said that, let me go ahead and shortly introduce myself. For those of you who don't know a lot about me, I'm just going to quickly introduce myself. My background for the last 18 years has been in advertising. For the last few years, I've been working in the digital marketing arena. I am an agency guy, in and out. I started out as a copywriter way back in 2002. I've worked at agencies such as Grey Worldwide, Interspeed, and so on. I did work on the other side, the client side of the brand management spectrum. So I was the global brand manager for BRAC, where I led the rebranding of BRAC during the 2009-2010 era. And so the new brand of BRAC that you see rolled out locally and globally is my creation. As well as I was the head of marketing at Jadoo Digital, late Mayor Anisul Haq's ISP and digital cable network company. So those were my two stints. Other than that, I've been in the agency world, mostly doing a lot of ATL work, a lot of BTL work, and recently a lot of digital work. I've worked for both global and local companies, as well as global and local government and other organizations. And today is a very special session that I'm going to be taking, based on not only just the cumulative experience that I've had over the years, but actually the crash course that as communicators we have been forced to adapt to during the times of COVID. So I'm going to try to share those learning in a very concise and precise way, with also some examples as well. So that's about me. Okay, I'm going to ask a question. Actually, I'm going to ask two questions, and anyone can answer. You can tell me. But when we say brand, I think today's session, again, we have 2 or 3 hours, I think, or a couple of hours. So I'm not going to go into, the basics of advertising and branding. I think that takes a whole lot of time. I'm under the assumption that you know what brands and brand management is. So just to be sure that we do understand what brand is, can anyone tell me a working definition of brand? Anyone? And there are no wrong answers, please. Anyone at all?
Product value.
Okay, yes. Anything else?
A brand is is a symbol, is an identity of a brand. But you can have a product, but when that product is like, when you successfully set that product into people's mind or customers' mind, that is brand for me.
Yes, yes. Anyone else? All right, good. I think we have 2 or 3 very good answers. And combined, they do make up the definition. মনে রাখা দরকার আসলে আমরা অনেক সময় একজন বললেন যে brand is an identity. This is not wrong. A brand is an identity, is a symbol. Another one said it's the value. It's a very important word as well. But all in all, a brand is basically the perception of that value. It's the perception of that identity, or what a company, a person, an organization, a service stands for in the minds of the consumer. So a brand is not an animate thing. It's an inanimate object. It's intangible. It resides in the minds and the top of mind of your consumers. It's a perception. Very important to understand, and especially important to understand while we are talking about this specific topic, the COVID situation, right? And brand management, of course. Anyone want to attempt what brand management is? Anyone?
Hi. To
Yeah.
me, the brand management is like, like what I previously said, like to set a product in people's mind. So how you
Yes.
are going to set up that product in people's mind, like the strategy, the way is the management thing, management of a brand.
Yes. You're very right, Samir. So the process through which you manage this perception is brand management. Now, the process may include strategies, tactics, standard operating processes. It may have certain proprietary tools. A lot of agencies have their different ways of doing brand management. But basically, it is a team, whether internal or external, who looks at all the aspects of what that brand stands for, whether it is the verbal descriptors, the mission, vision, values, and what the brand stands for, the visual descriptors, the brand identity or the symbols or so on and so forth, as well as the communication tags or the communication strategies that the brands take. So all of this encompasses and more in various platforms, whether it is traditional, non-traditional, new media, digital, using and flexing these platforms, tools, as well as technologies and processes to really shape the brand's development through its life cycle from beginning to even some brands end as well. So a lot of startups, so like we have an entrepreneur here. So brand management for a brand that has just been born has a certain process, has a certain strategy. A brand that has been present for a while has a certain strategy as well.